The bloodline in Europe is much more pure for the type of work dog to get than what we have. The American German Shepherd is somewhat, with the lack of a better term, watered down,
Sure.
more for show, not for performance.
Yeah.
And that's why these dogs are expensive, because they are bred strictly for that, and they are trained in Dutch.
We actually have a dog from Europe as well, but not a German Shepherd. Just a little thing.
And that's all I have. If we could, at the last work session, we talked about the canine policy that I had in front of you guys.
Yes.
Barry, do you have a rain date for that, the drug thingy? If, you know how you were gonna set up?
No, you mean, that's on April 30th, that's the drug senior, well, I should say senior, it's drug give back day, that we're gonna be a site here in Center, along with probably 12 other sites in Beaver County, where people who have drugs that are sitting around in the medicine cabinet, no longer do they desire those drugs to be flushed, because it is getting into the water table. So we're gonna be a, I think it's, oh my goodness, I wanna say 10 to 2, I'm not sure on those times. And so it's Saturday, April 30th, I believe it's 10 to 2, we'll have a table set up here.
Can't you do it in a command trailer if it rains?
We could open up the trailer and operate. I don't believe there's a rain date, so we'll make accommodations if it does rain.
I just asked somebody,
And
what do you do with drugs?
All drugs are then put in boxes and weighed, and DEA takes possession of them, and they are destroyed appropriately. They did this once before, but there wasn't that many participating sites. We were not one of them at that time. We will be this time, along with, I think, a lot more places have done that. But I don't think there'll be, we could either open this up or set the trailer up out in the lot and have people come in. And then I have somebody signed that will take care of that. And then the DEA rep comes. And they're advertising in the pharmacies. You'll see some advertising that the DEA does and the DA's office does to let people know, number one, don't flush these down, and we're going to have these periodic drug give-backs so that you can get all those prescription drugs that are out there that aren't being used that be destroyed appropriately.
Barry, it's pretty hard for anybody that owns a television not to be watching what's going on in Japan with their nuclear power plants due to the earthquakes. We're pretty close to 2 nuclear units that I know of, Beaver Valley 1 and 2. I know just because you told me so. I think maybe, would you like to comment a little bit about a plan that's in work right now for Center Township that'll help us in case something would happen there?
We do periodic drills because we're in the blast zone. So we do that every other year. We do an actual drill. We do that with PEMA. The police department participates with the vessel that we're getting. It's a 25-foot Boston whaler that will be fully equipped to provide patrols in response to the waterways. Of course, we've got critical infrastructures throughout Pennsylvania, but particularly in Beaver County, we have several critical infrastructures. One of which being the nuclear power plant, another being the Montgomery Lock and Dam. Those are all key factors for a terrorist attack or areas that we should monitor and at least pay attention to or have a response plan to. And that's one reason why FEMA was attracted to our request for a boat on the water, because without getting into security issues, there wasn't a whole lot of response availability, a whole lot of rapid response, I should say, to those critical infrastructures. So our plan is incorporating in our regular response issues on the water, drownings or other issues we may have on the water, but part of that plan also is expanded to the chemical plants, the dam system, the lock and dam systems, and the nuclear power plant. We've been in discussions with them and trying to get all that worked out so that everybody can benefit from this. And right now, the project has been completely funded, and we're working on avenues to fund it through those critical infrastructures to pay for the manpower and pay for any offset costs so that the municipalities don't have to absorb that. We're still working on all that. That's why I'm at a lot of meetings. So far we're happy with our progress. The $15,000 grant we got, 5 of that $1,000 was to pay for additional training, which we've spent some of that already. Well, we're invoiced some of that, and uniforms and some of the transition stuff we're going to need to get that whole set up on the boat. The boat comes equipped completely, so we don't have to do anything to the boat.
So how many of us can you haul on that boat out of here?
I was like, how do we get a seat?
Actually,
It's like the golden
there's
ticket.
a fire pump apparatus on the bow, which is a $20,000 apparatus. So with that on the bow, really, you start getting more than 2 or 3 people on that boat, it's a little bit of a crowd, because of all the equipment that's on board, but, you know, it's designed
Some.
for a response, to deploy people and to retrieve. So, I mean, it'll be the first project on the river, that municipal police departments have put together in this region. We're working with the Coast Guard and trying to coordinate that with other projects, so we all blend together, so if we need other pools to pull from, we can all respond similarly, similar policies, similar type of equipment.
Thank you, Barry.
Thanks, Barry.
Frank, anything?
The only thing, striping in the commercial district on the road that's getting worn, have you guys looked at it? Rich?
No, but I'll make sure they do.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if, we have anything in the budget on that.
We're
Wagner
talking
Road
about the
especially.
arrows and stuff franked down by
Yeah.
Tori, yeah, I
They're
mentioned
really-
that last year.
They're getting worn, and I guess people are in the wrong
Confused.
lanes.
They were one by Pennant.
They took the
one by
poles
Polaris,
down
pulled
in
it
the,
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
The poles, yeah, the poles are
Yeah.
gone, yeah.
The stop sign thing, I think, is going well.
Yeah.
Well,
It's the
very well.
arrows going into like where
Coles.
Aldi's is and
Yeah,
that,
I agree.
I've had people last year said that to me.
price on it, just
to Yeah.
say what it costs,
Yeah, they're all worn right now, I think that's what you need a price
to see what it is.
Barry has this little pushy thing you could do.
Yeah. That's a
Like
long
big
push,
Can of spray paint.
that's a
A
long,
lot of paint.
that's a long pushy thing.
I think it's like on the stage.
Okay. New business, approved list of bills, can I have a motion?
Motion? Second.
Yes,
Yes.
Approve the treasurer's report?
Motion?
yes,
Yes.
Yes. Approve wage tax?
motion,
Yes.
Yes.
Adopt a resolution to authorize the DCNR grant application for the park revitalization program?
Make that motion.
Second.
Yes.
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 Anything further from the board? Yeah, we need an executive for anything.
I don't have anything.
Have executive? Nothing further? Can I have a motion to adjourn?
motion.
Second. Yes.
Meeting adjourned. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Look, can you give it to me?
Just some more stuff that we talked about. They're two different things.
No problem?
Uh-huh.
The Hopewell thing.
We do, but not with us.
I can,
We can
if you
get
have
it
an
for
email
you.
address, I can email it to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
How's your mom and dad feeling, all right?
Hard to tell without all the orders that are getting up there. Fitting together, it's not covered here, it's not covered there.
Sorry. Thanks.
Thank you.
Say up.
Interesting email address.
Why?